So, hello. Hello. I'm gonna report about what is bubble sort, time complexity, space complexity, and big O notation. So, let's go first. Data structures and algorithm. What is bubble sort? It looks at two items at a time and swap them if they are in the wrong order. This process repeats over and over, moving larger items toward the end like bubbles rising. It keeps looping until no more swaps are needed. Although easy to understand, it is slower than many of the other sorting methods. So here, in simpler term, it sorts the numbers from lowest to highest. So example, 64, 34, 25, 12, 22, 11, and 90. So what bubble sort do is, so wait, okay, see. So what bubble sort do is, let me color that for a second. Oh, we'll be right back. So it's done. So let's do this. This. So what bubble sort is do is take like it will take let's say our number is 11 and 1. What will it 11, 1, 2 and 1 and let's say 0. What will it do is first it's take this 11 and 2, it will look at these two numbers. Then if the left side is much bigger, it will transfer this number to here and this number to here. So it will look like 1, 11, 0. Then after that it will go to the next number. Then if it's in it and if it's lower number than itself, it will transfer again. So it will look like this. So there. After that, after this loop, it will loop again. So this number, if it sees the zero, number one, if it sees the zero, which is lower than number one, it will loop. So it will now look like this. Okay, so first let's get our examples. So 64, 32, uh, 34, 25, 12, 22, 11, and 90. So what bubble sort would do is take the 64, look at 34. So lower number, so it will be like this. 34, 64. Then after this, it will look at 25. So 34, so 34, 25, then 64. After that, it will look at 12. So again, 34, 25, 12, 64. So let's erase. Let's erase this. Let's just clear. No, not clear. Okay. So 34, 25, 12, then 22, then 64 again. Then it will look at 11. Um, Same thing. It will swap them. So 11, 64. Then when it look at 90, which is already the highest, it will stop then look again to the start. So 34, look at 25. Then it will be 25. 25, then again, which will be the number 12. So 25, 12, and 34. Until the last input will be the lowest number, which is 11, followed by 12, then 22, 25, 34, 64, then lastly 90. We already have the code, so let me show you what's the code. So here's the code. This is the code to this is the code of a bubble sort. For int n equals to r length, array length. So this is for the sorting, and this is our array. This is our inside of our array, which was the example. So when we run this, is it? Oh, here. This is the same as what we have here, as what we draw. Okay, that is for the bubble sort. See you again. So now time for time complexity and time and space complexity and big O notation. So let's go back to our presentation. Next page. What is time and space complexity? Complexity describe how the running time of an algorithm increase as the input size grows. It helps compare which algorithm are faster or slower for large amount of data. Lower time complexity, usually better performance. So here, electronic transfer is OS, whereas the size of the file, whereas the S is the size of the file. We will see what is this sign. We will see later on. So next, space complexity. Measure how much extra memory an algorithm needs while running. It includes temporary variable, data structures, and recursion stack usage. Lower space complexity means algorithm uses less memory. So here, big O notation. So a mathematical tool used in computer science to describe how performance of an algorithm scales with input size. It helps developers understand and compare the efficiency of algorithms, especially in terms of time and space complexity. So here are the notations. Big notations, classifier algorithm. So let's go back. So here, classifier algorithm and how how the run time or space complexity grows on based input. All what we need is the best case, which is the first element in array, only operation, so 0, 1. Here is the notation again. Worst case, last element in array. As we can see, you guys don't know that yet, what this part is, because it's in the next slide. And expected case, not really what we want, but it's more in the it's more on the middle part of what we want. So here, first, let me show you. This is the sign, and this is the notations that I'm talking about. So ON is the worst case here in the algorithm, and the best place is the 0, 1, which is the first one. So let me show you what they mean. So constant time always takes the same amount of time no matter the input size. So no matter how big or small, it will always take the same time on running. Next is O log n, logarithmic time. Input size, but time increases slowly. It will increase the time, but not too much that it will be slow. Just enough that it will be noticeable. not noticeable. Next is ON, which is the third layer. Linear time grows directly with the input size, so time equals size. Next is ON log NN or literatic time. Yes, linear rhythmic time. Faster than O n squared are common in efficient sorting algorithms. So this is for algorithms. Much efficient for algorithms than the other below. Next is quadratic time. Time grows rapidly with input size. This is the moment where the time it takes to run it will be more noticeable. Uh, Here, next is exponential time, which is much lower. Time doubles in a new uh, with each new input, which is every time you input something like you type something or you search for something, it will take more time, not double. Then lastly, factorial time. Yeah, extremely slow, used in exclusive permutation, which is not we want and must avoid. So here again, as you can see, the more the operations, the slower the time. Okay, that's it for time and space complexity and big O notation. Thank you.